Like he's literally a robot.
Can't do it. I can't. I'm neutral.
What was that?
Almost disrespectful. You're a professional poker player. I can't hold this hand.
Good game.
It's like absurd.
Been good to him so far in many regards.
He's entered 2 events.
Yeah.
And he's at the both final tables.
It's a fast start.
More. Sorry.
So if you guys don't know Linus Loeliger,
Just like 1.4
he's
behind.
regarded as one of the possibly the best online no-limit cash game player. He did defend a 6-4, and to me, this looks like one of those boards where all the chips are going in at some point.
Wow, look at this. 2 overs to the board. King high flush draw. Loeliger got the trips. Seeing the big blinds come in, one of the advantages, opening up your range. Just a brilliant handed check raise. Also with the 4, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of, he could have 4-5, he could have 5-7. He's just got to go for it, I think, here.
This guy is also known to be called a GTO machine.
Okay.
He's literally a robot. He just has studied it so much. So if you didn't know what some of the GTO solutions are, just watch him play, and he's probably quite accurate.
And this is the bad news when you all
of the chips.
There's a lot of stuff going on here. The good news is though, if he does have a flush draw, you're probably ahead.
Also, he did just call. I thought the yellow chips were a bit more.
Yeah, there are some decent scenarios. You're certainly not too afraid to peel here. The king jack suited. So,
okay,
interesting card.
What do you do here with the trip 6s? So
it could actually, could kill his action here a bit.
So he's gonna bet 350,000.
Yeah, and if you're Flink, your hand starts to look a little less attractive. You got the boards paired, so somehow if your opponent does have a 6.
I mean, you got position for a good price with a king high flush draw. It's pretty darn hard to fold.
Yeah, and like you say, if our opponent does have 7-5 offsuit or 7-5, whatever, now king or jack could be good as well. And fortunately for Flink, he doesn't hit a king or a jack, but he also doesn't make a spade. A nice size here, because exactly, I think he can deduce his opponent has either an overpair or a Broadway kind of flush hand or a big flush hand. So yeah, that queen splits the uprights on the king jack, but he could easily have king queen of spades. Or if his opponent did hit, let's say this was the king of hearts or jack of hearts, this might really just get paid off.
Yeah, so action is on Flink. Loeliger does shove quite small because that's all he's got. I don't think you can do anything with king jack. Yeah, like you're holding the cards you're trying to pick off, right? Like the flush draws. Pretty straightforward. We're playing 7-handed. I like the cautious play.
One of us is
because Eibinger is raising from under gun, starting with a 20 big blind stack. At a final table, it should be stronger. So it seems kind of like you don't want to close your eyes and just jam.
It's just like he's gonna be so tight there.
But when it's suited, you're like, okay, that
feels wrong to fold.
It's usually if you get short. Yeah.
I like the check here. Very dry board for his opponent. If he does happen to have a suited Broadway, if he has a pair even, right? Let's say, what hands is he flatting with? He's shoving probably ace king. You block the ace x hand, so it's kind of like he likely has a pair or a suited Broadway. So you slip the rope over. If your opponent has a hand like queen jack, queen king, you go ahead and let him maybe try to bet. So I like this check a lot.
Yeah, everybody always has some, but jack 6 off is complete. And it's,
I imagine it's probably best to not play it half the time.
This guy's
unless the bounty
pretty good at trying to extract some value. Got what he wanted.
Aces every now.
He does go with the small sizing though.
Probably not even any need.
Man, that kind of makes me feel worried for him, because I feel like when you bet small, you
play a few months and get a feel for the way that things go.
It does just
really dynamic and weird. As a tournament game, it's actually quite good.
I can
only hit 0%.
I don't want to play on Steely Stars, to be honest.
Rob over there. Rob, did you hear that? We're playing on party poker. Rob.
Yeah.
might be sick. I think he thinks Eibinger has ace king and ace queen. And like I said, I'm a little bit worried for him because
party poker,
he's probably going to bet again. And
cryptocurrency.
Now, this is a really well executed aces hand. If you look at spots where you're looking in tournaments and it's so easy just to raise or check raise or something, we see a go for max value in this hand. He got 2 bets out of his opponent, drawing dead, essentially. It's just so hard to sub 20 blinds. Like what 7Xs does he have? Unless, you know, some players may defend, like Big Al probably calls 7-8 suited. You know, he likes to see flops.
That's a very good point, because Eibinger opened under the gun 20 big blinds.
Yeah.
You're not going to flat like 9-7
Right.
suited and
So
stuff.
he doesn't really have to worry about that, most likely.
Yeah.
But a really well constructed hand there.
Calls.
Congrats to not
This
poison.
This is some respect to that limp by Flink.
Well, when you know you got your opponent oversuited, and also then there's a tens behind you. Look at this. This is kind of precarious for Loeliger, who's got to be a little. It's not a normal type of situation. Limp at a final table, and he's like my head spinning a little bit. You see.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if he was just going to raise large, just going to go shove it.
I think he can correctly deduct that the.
Oh, quick call.
They thought it was a trap.
They're like, they thought it was
You got
aces.
him. Yeah.
You got him to ace 9 o'clock.
Well, yeah, of
He was
course.
so short, and Linus is going to jam any pocket pair.
No, but nobody's here to play.
So Jun Yap needs an ace, or he's going to be busto in
He's got some
7.
backdoor situations. There's one of them.
Well, yeah.
Not to be. GG, nice fight there. For what it's worth, 7-8 suited would have flopped the nuts.
See for the 100K.
I'll take one for the team. We're up to 302.
At some point, it's pretty expensive.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we do see
Don't mess up this hand after the plug.
Eibinger with a dominating spot here. Best hand, best position in this current hand. And this could cause some problems for Koon.
This is big problem because they're also both pretty short. So
Yeah, it's ridiculous how many blinds he's got. Total about 20 to start the hand.
he is going to bet, continuation bet. You know, ace high boards are just great to continuation bet as bluffs. You might as well do it when you got an ace.
Yeah, a good one at that. And Jason, this is a fairly, I mean, it's a dry flop, right? Ace 9-5. It's like hard to have too many. I guess yeah, I could have 9-5 suited, but ace 9, ace 5. Jason's gonna go nowhere for one bet, but
Yeah, I would say generally almost auto 2 bets, no matter what.
Yeah, 15 pounds.
Third's kind of the tricky one.
That I want.
So like the 4 here. Like if
No, sorry,
Eibinger
actually
bets
don't
again,
have
I can't
Need a
imagine
card.
Jason Koon folding.
yeah,
He's betting, right? It just seems like you don't take this long to check.
What's that?
Do you want a tip?
Yeah, it's you decide.
So now, if you're Eibinger, you get called in the flop. I mean, you have an ace. It's possible your opponent has an ace. So if he does have an ace, does he have ace queen or ace king? Probably not, right? Like you're not worried about that because you're gonna probably hear from it pre-flop. Maybe there's once in a while Jason would throw an ace queen off in there, but I doubt it. I think at this this 20 blind stack, he's just gonna hear about ace queen, ace king. So then it's like, all right, I'm value betting ace 10. I'm value betting ace 8. Ace 9 beats me. I'm value betting ace 7, ace 6. Ace 5 is 2 pair. Ace 4 is 2 pair. Ace 3 and ace deuce now have some extra equity there. But you know, if you really kind of think about how many ace X's that you're beating,
No, he is going to make the call.
and I guess depending on the
two-street
river
game.
Eibinger, because you know that is
Oh,
not
that's the worst card. Jason Koon's like, I wouldn't shoot too short on a turn, but I'm definitely
Yeah.
short on a river.
what a gin card there.
And you made a really good point. You'd expect Jason Koon, if he had ace queen, ace king, to just shove it all in pre-flop. Therefore, ace jack is the next best top pair kicker. I think there's a chance Eibinger just shoves here.
And you beat those, you lose to. And is it Jason going to check back, stack the pot ratio less than 1? Wow,
I win.
Good check.
I win has been called.
Very good check.
Lucky. Should just led that 8.
It's fun to emerge as a chip leader in these junctures because you really do get to loosen it up versus those that have to tighten it up. And we've seen Flink be pretty sticky. This is definitely one where he's seen Loeliger start getting very active. Although it's still only queen high and you're out of position and don't really see any other option than call.
Archers.
Well, that is the life of Linus. Look at this flop.
Does Linus bet the flop? He has been going for very small bets. Minimum bet. And there's no reason not to bet very small. You got a hammerlock on the hand. Come on.
Wow. I mean,
Sometimes Flink makes a pair and you make a flush.
right. But it's also, it's a pretty speculative call here.
Is this still
Always.
Thank
I
you.
mean, that's one of the turn cards
One
you
of the
want.
best ones, yeah.
The 10 does overcard the middling
Things,
card.
how many king highs and queen highs does Flink have? He's got
560.
16 big blinds. He was just floating Linus out of position
Well,
with
he
queen high.
floated him with queen high, so
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's surprising, but this is a difficult card here. Because even if you think your opponent's bluffing, like what bluffs now? Does he have 7, 8, 6, 7? Like there's not a lot that. I mean, he is playing a big range, but
yeah, it's better for him to call here than to raise.
yeah.
It's just too risky, given especially with the short stacks out there.
I may have an intention of bluffing this because I just like it's you're really thinking drawing light on these rivers like with queen high. Just
All right, so Linus, he bet small on the flop, bet smallish on the turn. He's got a pot size bet remaining. He might just jam, putting Flink on, ace X, getting maximum value.
All in.
Yeah, so he is gonna jam.
Flink.
Flink has actually hasn't done well post flop. It's not that he's playing bad. It's just that it just never goes his way.
Right.
Nice one.
Yeah. You wonder if he had king queen if he might call like with no he has no spade as well. He could. I mean his opponent did have spades. Just happened to have two
Probably.
pair with it. Looks silly when it doesn't work, but
It's 1.4.
So Flink, he
1.5.
opens the button, jam,
1.80.
for about 11 big
I'm on.
blinds. And this is kind of a similar spot, right? So Carrel jams. Remember, there's another spot
you
where Flink
guys
had ace 7
tracking?
suited. Ace 8, I think, is just about the same.
Just always have the goods.
Button. Oh man,
the Carrel's in what spot?
Flink, it's just been sick for him.
Re-celebrate.
Just been losing a lot of pots. Got
Can't do it. I can't. I'm neutral.
Dude,
I'm a neutral party.
you want
I
the
can't-
you want the ladder?
Yeah, but it's my homeboy. I can't pound my homeboys all in.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Best man.
Good luck.
GG, dude.
Good game.
Nice man, dude.
Well,
Flink's like, man, what
what's
was
just happened?
that? Like, why are you
Yeah.
trying to fist pound someone before the river card
Yeah.
Hey,
comes?
Rob.
It's a little
Well played. See you tomorrow.
weird. Take a couple
Such a thing can just make you
big,
count.
you need a bunch of Triton events to catch up. But you can get there. Alright, Linus gonna open jam the king 10 under the gun. Charlie Carroll's got pocket jacks here. This
Oh,
could
wow.
be,
How much you got?
this should be a call.
Right there in the corner.
4 and some change. After I fold under 4. No, right under 4. 3.957, 3.995.
So it is going to be an all-in and a call.
Sorry.
Charlie Carrell is at risk, but he
Wow.
gets it in
Nice
good. Gets a lot of big
spot.
blinds. 22.
Good spot. Yeah, I'd like to get my jacks as well.
Still can do stuff. Well,
Queen 6 deuce. Needs to hit a king.
Damn it.
we know who everyone's rooting for.
Good game. Good game.
You told me before.
So we flip-flopped here. And now Linus is down to 22 big blinds. He's going to need to change his strategy.
Matchups a little bit rare. I
Got
mean,
him,
even
boys.
5-hander, you're gonna see some pairs and ace queen, or ace jack, ace 10. Oh, this is
Can't do it too slowly because that's
this
rarely
is
a good
close.
Oh, well, it's not close for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty short.
hand. That's a nice hand to get snowback.
He's the one that's got to look for opportunity.
much worse.
Pretty safe. Turn is a 4, so one more card to come. Oh, it's a queen on the river.
Wow.
Brutal.
GG, dude.
All right, brother. Yeah. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, indeed. $100,000 buy-in main event. Eibinger.
Does go for a call. Whoa, big flop here.
This is a someone's gonna get hurt flop.
Yeah.
Jason Koon looking to get value out of, 10-9. These kind of random pairs, some single hearts. And the question now is, we know, oh, he checks it back. I was gonna say he's probably gonna bet. Quite surprised. I think it's a good candidate for him to bet. I think he can get a lot of better hands to fold. It is gonna bet 425,000, designed to get, some ace highs out. Jason Koon going to make the call. Got 2.2 million in the middle. Her card is the 4, so it's a complete blank. You can see he's really thinking about it. What's the perfect size to make a get his opponent to fold a big hand? It is using a time extension. 30 more seconds. Trying to represent a flush or a full house.
Yeah, he does have he's got the key card, board pairs. Koon is sitting real pretty with the check back to his hand, super disguised.
It is a huge bet. It is an overbet, 3.1 million.
Wow.
It's like absurd fold.
When he checks back the flop, he knows his range looks quite capped, and Burns' range is actually quite strong. He can have all the flushes,
It's just
the
so
straight,
Just even consider folding this hand and
all the full houses,
It's just unbelievable.
and you can see Jason Koon.
It'd be almost disrespectful to you to fold this hand.
Saying it's
Wow,
disrespectful.
Not what you want to hear when
Me
you
to
got
fold
ace
his
high on
hand.
the river for overbetting pot in a $1 million situation, essentially. Equities.
Dude.
A GTO player would basically
It's just
think,
ridiculous.
I need to
I
make
don't
certain
wanna fold
calls.
this.
If you have no calling range,
You're a professional poker player. I can't fold this hand. That's all.
You win.
All right. It's an effective play, that's for sure.
Kahle Burns down to 2 million on the bluff.
I don't feel too bad about it then, I guess.
Absolutely not.
High level hand. Big,
Yeah, there's a lot of small pots, and then we just played this really big bluff.
All in.
Alright, we see King 9 suited, jam it, King 5, and there's Mr. Koon, who is waking up with some premiums after being patient. Ace King suited.
And he is in big trouble.
Hey.
Okay, that's the one he wanted.
It's an above average card.
That is above average.
Way above average.
One that comes to mind was
Here you
All right,
the
brother.
All right.
That's
Nice
my
run, man.
knockout
And
was
you get to
the
do it
1
again
million
tomorrow.
one drop,
Alright,
jacks
well
to
played.
tens, where Bill
you tomorrow.
Perkins flopped a set of jacks on a King Jack flop. They all seem dramatic. I mean, when there's big pay jumps on the line, it's hard to finish off people. It's like Bryn just set history and he actually didn't technically win the event, but he did.
Correct.
So
Of course, Aaron Zhang did win the Triton Million earlier today. He was my pick. You know that?
that's strong.
Yeah, during the dinner break.
Wow.
Break test.
Look at this hand. This is interesting because there is a super money action card. The 6 would cause 2 pair versus
Oh yeah, that'll be a
straight.
nasty card.
That's the one that could cause real pain. There's also a couple other ways to create creative minds. That's not one of the more action cards, but
Yeah. Position. Yeah, I like the bet because a 10 would just call the flop. A 10 would bet the turn. A 10 would never check. You got to keep your lines consistent.
Loeliger
It's like so fast.
just kind of figures it out. Oh, there it is. But the 10 on the turn does take away the 2 pair action of Carrel. I'm sorry, of Loeliger. So he just still has aces and, well, he has 10s and 7s with an ace. So there's a chance. His hands really doesn't look that great. I mean, it does. It's very interesting.
Charlie trying to figure out, does Linus have a 10? Did he definitely want to jam an
1.6 million.
ace? He want to bet big. 1.6 million.
Like,
Nah, I don't know about that.
No, I'm saying like, is there? Yeah, it's just he's. I guess he missed. There are stuff misses. Things miss. A
All
little
in.
bit. Whoa.
Whoa, he
Cool.
did what you said.
You win.
Snap
sick.
call. Wow.
I just saw. It was weird because he was
Tell
like
me.
thinking.
Yeah, I think so.
He-
Let's check.
Wow. It's
That's
I'm just interested because he has like the
Overall,
block,
he
but
beat
it
a
just
lot of
seemed
my
weird.
hands.
I just didn't think
I mean,
it. I thought it was
pulled it
too
in a
shallow to
second.
try that. Even though sometimes that looks so strong, right? It's almost like.
Sorry.
I don't know.
That was.
All the boats.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got all the boat blockers.
And maybe gets off like a chop somehow, or like an ace. Yeah, an ace would have a hard time there calling that re-raise. You just think, how could we bluff
Sorry if
in?
it was in your head.
Wow. So Linus,
Doesn't matter.
he's officially eliminated from the tournament after
Wow.
check raising all in less than minimum.
Up real quick. See the Charlie Carrel's flop to flush. There's 8 million in the middle already. Here we see the action. Carrel limp calls before the flop. Bet with the flush in position. That is the club though. Charlie Carrel gets counterfeited. Jason Koon check calling twice. That's 2.7 million behind. Looks like Charlie Carrel was able to
All in.
get a reasonable chip lead. Good fold by Charlie.
All in.
All in. How much?
8.2.
Yeah, correct.
20 blinds.
I don't know.
Charlie says he doesn't know what to do.
I beat deuces.
It's kind of the problem showcased here, even if Koon shows a hand that is as weak as King 5 offsuit.
Threes?
Yeah.
We're flipping.
Is that a bad call?
No.
Perfect.
Good call.
Problem is there's 1.2 million out there, so it really sucks to be folding 50-50s.
Good luck. Kind of forgot that we're all in. I was just still trying to work out what I'm in a call with.
Trying to work out what?
I was still trying to work out what I was meant to call with in that spot.
Definitely meant to call that one.
Not deuces though?
You just have ace deuce off.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Rats.
Well, there's a 5. 17 million in the middle. There are some backdoors Charlie could hit, and of course the 3 kind of locks it up. Well, that's one interesting card. Can now win with a 6. Seven, no good.
8.2.
8.2, so 16.8 million for Jason Koon. Charlie Carrel down to 12.5 big blinds. And here we see Jason Koon. Looks like he went all in from the small blind. Charlie Carrel calling in the big blind with ace jack. If the river is a 7 or 9, it's lights out for Charlie Carrel. If he wins though, we're going to be close to even stacks again. It is not. These two will continue to battle.
The crowd goes wild.
Is it 4.4?
Yeah.
Jason Koon, great turn. Lots of money in the middle. Big bet. So these guys are back to a little bit more deep stack poker, but the blinds are catching up to them. Turn does bring some backdoor straight draws, backdoor flush draws on board. That's what Charlie is going to make the call. Charlie will have 4.7 million behind. There's 10 million in the middle. Man, if the river breaks out, this could be a deciding hand. Deep breath from Koon. That is not a brick. Charlie Carrel spikes 2 pair on the river. It's lucky here against Jason Koon.
All in.
Yeah, turn top pair is so strong.
I have a jack. 2 pair. Sorry.
Yeah, can't win tournaments without luck though. Jason Koon not yet out, but he's left with 5 big blinds.
4.3. 4.45. I'll just break one ace.
He was really close there. With all those draws on board, if it breaks out, that's the wonder. Would it have just been over?
All in. 6.6.
Imagine Jason's gonna be tempted here.
Cool.
Doesn't make the call. Jason all in for his tournament life. With the best hand though.
Alright. Third time's the charm.
It'll help to either player, which means it helps Jason Koon. Straight possibilities now for Charlie. Oh, that's gonna have to be in the main event then. Charlie Carrel binks it, wins 1.3 million pounds, and we get a little dance too, just as a dessert for the audience.
Did it, Kit Kat. So I get a fist bump.
Charlie Carrel wins the 50k, event number 3. Jason Koon finishing second for 900,000 pounds. Won't be the last we see of him this week. Congratulations, Charlie Carrel.